Hello, FFA members. Today we are going to talk about the FFA emblem. And so we need you to know about the FFA emblem because one, it is the symbol of our organization that you belong to, and two, because we're going to ask you to wear it, and we would never ask you to wear anything that you don't know what it represents. So that is what we're talking about today. So first on the emblem, here we have the eagle, the shield, the oats, the arrows. It's all a symbol of our national freedom. So the eagle stands for freedom. And in our case, it stands for the freedom to explore. And what we mean by exploring is that you have the ability to go out into the world through the FFA and learn more about it. And that means that you can learn a new skill, you can explore new opportunities, you can look for a job because of what you learned through the FFA. You can end up in college or a trade school that will line you up for the rest of your life in a career in the FFA. So if you were to think about something that would be on your own personal symbol, if you made a symbol that was for you, that somebody could look at and be like, oh, that is exactly what that person stands for. This would be in this box a drawing of something that you would like to explore, whether that is a new skill that you want to acquire, a new experience that you want to have, like being able to speak another language or learning how to play an instrument or going to another country, someplace that you've always wanted to see, cultures that you've always wanted to learn about, things like that. Next, we have the ear of corn. And right here, these little things on the end, it is all corn. So if you were to take a long corn cob and cut it through the middle and then turn it up like this is what you would see is the ears of corn and then the cob on the inside. And the reason why we have the cross section of the ear of corn is because it stands for unity. And this is because corn is grown in every single state in which FFA exists, which is all of the states, plus Puerto Rico, plus the Virgin Islands. So in this box, you are going to draw something that reminds you of unity. And by that, I mean something that connects you with other people. For example, for me, when I was in high school, I had friends and we would watch this same movie all the time, and we would have all these jokes that had to do with this movie, and we would say all the lines that had to do with this movie, and it's something that we watched for those 4 whole years. Yes, it was ridiculous. It was also awesome, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. For the rest of the world, it could be clubs inside of school. It could be sports. It could be organizations outside of school. It could be family. It could be friends. It could be something really silly, because usually really silly things are what connect us with people. And remember, when I'm looking at these, it doesn't need to make sense to me. It needs to make sense to you because this is your own personal emblem. Okay, next right here we have this little guy, and that is the owl. And this actually stands for me because I am your advisor. And the owl is a time-honored symbol of knowledge and wisdom. Okay, and knowledge and wisdom. That's ugly, but sorry, you get it. So knowledge and wisdom, meaning in this box, you are going to draw a picture of someone or something that you go to when you need advice that is beyond your years. And that means that it could be when you're feeling confused, when you're feeling scared, when you're feeling hurt, when you're just wondering what you should do because everybody's pulling you in a million different directions. You will be able to go to this person, and this person is your person who helps you navigate through life. So that goes in that box. Next, the owl is sitting on the plow. And once upon a time, in the olden days before we had machines, when we would have to cultivate a field and put these lines, these furrows in order to grow our crops on top, we would hook this plow up to a horse, a mule, a donkey, an ox, and it would pull these furrows into the ground. It would dig these furrows into the ground. And that was a lot of hard work. So this is a symbol of labor or hard work. And what you are going to draw in this box is something that you worked very hard for and that you are very proud of. Okay? So next, in the back of the owl and the plow, we have this dark space right here and all of these lines coming out from behind it. That is the rising sun. And the rising sun in the FFA stands for a new era in agriculture. It is the thing that gets us up in the morning. So it's technically the new era in agriculture, or a new era, a new time in history. And for us, and what we're doing here, it means hope. So in this case, it is the thing that when life is going really lousy, when everything seems wrong, what is the thing that gives you hope? What is the thing that you're like, oh, I have all my faith in humanity restored. Life is good. I can still get through this. This is just, something that's going on right now, and it will all be better later. And that is the thing. For me, that would be like my dog. I love my dog, and every morning when I wake up and that alarm clock goes off and I'm thinking, oh man, I am so tired. I would love to just sit here, and I start thinking about all the really hard things that I'm going to have to do that seem like it's going to make life really hard to deal with. That's the thing that would give me hope. Okay? And then finally, we have this, and it's pointing to our name, our words here, FFA, educate, and agricultural education. So FFA, and then ag, ed is our name. So it stands for us and our name. So in this box is the only box that you will write words, and you are going to write 3 words. 1, 2, 3. So 3 words that positively describe us. Okay? And so I know sometimes it's really hard for us to come up with those positive words for ourselves, but it's really important, because whatever we believe about ourselves right now, like I'm a good friend, I'm a good listener, I'm very smart, I am brave, I am strong, and these are going to be not physical attributes. I'm emotionally strong. I am, you don't want to say like, oh, I'm strong, or I'm pretty, or like physically strong, or I'm pretty, or I have great hair, or I have great eyes. I want something that comes from the inside, from your heart, that makes you a really good human being. And the reason why is because whatever we believe about ourselves now will usually get stronger as we get older. Those positive things will be regular traits. And then when we pass away and somebody writes our obituary, and if you don't know what that is, whenever somebody passes away or dies, we have an article that we put in the paper about them, and it outlines their life, and it tells us about what they have accomplished, what kind of a human being they were. And so chances are these are the 3 words that will be in your obituary, hopefully many, 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 many years from now. But they will be the way that people will remember you. So those would be the 3 words that stand for you. So that is basically our FFA emblem. On the back side of this paper is the emblem again, and then all of this that I have just said for the most part, but it is the official wording. And then you are welcome to read that and learn more about it and understand more about why we are so proud to wear our FFA emblem.